I have received so many DMs about people not understanding the difference between like and love. Do I like her or do I love her? Does he like me or does he love me? Some people confuse like with love, while others are in love without being aware of what it is. First of all, it's normal. I was someone who was confused between both of them for a long period of time until I studied, researched, as well as experienced love. Now, the first difference between both is going to break your heart, which is love at first sight doesn't exist. If you think you have fallen for someone by meeting or seeing them for the first time, the chances are that you like them. Because love takes time to build. You build love over the time. It's a journey. When you meet someone for the first time, you focus on their looks, how they dress, how they think, how they act, their success, their accomplishments. These factors are not good enough to love someone. Love requires deeper aspects, their character, their emotional intelligence, their childhood experiences, their values. When you focus on these qualities, you fall in love with them. But these factors doesn't happen in one day. It takes time to build. Majority of breakup happens because people jump fast from I like you to I love you because they think it's love at first sight. It happens in movies, but life, it's not a movie. Love is different from what we see in movies. It's not just a 3-hour thing. It's a journey which takes time. As I said, you build love. So focus more on building a connection and rather than making a decision just out of first impression. Because there are chances that you like them and don't love them. Second, when you like them, you want them to be perfect. But when you love them, you are okay with imperfections. How many of you think that their partner have changed? I have heard so many people saying and complaining that my partner has changed over the time. Is it really possible for someone to change in just few weeks or month or maybe a year? I don't think so. People don't change that easily. You feel that way because they start revealing their true side with time once they become comfortable with you. So when you meet someone for the first time, they put on their best makeup, their best dresses, they act more confident, they act more rich, they look more perfect. But with time, once they become comfortable with you, once they trust you, they start to show their flaws, their weaknesses. And majority of people think that that is not the person I fell in love with. So they break up with them because they feel they have changed. No, they haven't changed. They are just opening up. Now they are being more authentic, more real self. When you love someone, you accept all of them, not just good side. You accept their flaws, you accept their weaknesses. I have experienced this firsthand with my partner. I was the same. During the beginning phase of a relationship, I showed my best side. I looked more confident, I looked more rich, I looked more perfect. But with time, when I showed her my flaws, my weaknesses, she loved me even more. It was beautiful. It was clearly visible that she is willing to accept all of me. And I made sure that I did the same. So ask yourself, do you want to change your partner? Or are you willing to accept all of them, all of their flaws, all of their weaknesses? Because when you love someone, you are willing to do it. Number 3, when you like someone, it's mostly about sexual intimacy. But when you love someone, spending time with them is good enough. Now I know most of you won't believe this when I say that today, if me and my partner decides that we won't have sex, I'll be okay with that. In fact, we'll be okay with that. And if this was my previous relationships, I would have gone crazy. Because when you love someone, spending time with them is enough. You just want them to be present with you. You want to laugh with them, you want to talk to them about your values, about your goals, about their values, about their goals. But when you like someone, the major reason why you chose them and why you feel attracted to them is physical appearance and physical looks. So ask yourself this question, that today, if you and your partner decides that you won't be sexually involved, will you be okay with that? Or will you have doubts? Can you just spend this relationship for next few months by talking to them, by spending time with them, by doing activities together, by going on adventures? If yes, then yes, there is love. But if your relationship depends completely on physical intimacy, then yes, you'll have to consider it. Number 4, when you love someone, you care about their goals, their growth, just like you care about yours. You push them towards greater heights because you want them to succeed. You want them to win, to live a meaningful life. When you simply like someone, you may not be inspired that much by their purpose because you just don't care enough. Love is more like a teamwork. You both want to win together. You both want to succeed. You both want to live a meaningful life. You both want to live a fulfilled life. And you make sure that you both go hand in hand and support each other in tough times as well as when the life is good. Ask yourself this question. Are you inspired by your partner's purpose? Do you want to help them achieve their goals? What do you ask them to do? Do you ask them to prioritize their goals over you? Or do you ask them to prioritize you over their goals? Because that makes such a huge difference. Number 5, one of the major reasons why couples suffer is when they think that their partner is not emotionally available. So many of my clients complain about this, that my partner is never there with me emotionally. So if you are in a relationship where your partner has never been emotionally there with you since the beginning of your relationship, there are chances that they like you and maybe they don't love you. Because what is love without emotions? What a relationship without emotions? Where there is love, emotional connect has to be there. Love guarantees emotional connect. But when you like someone, there are chances that emotional connect will be missing. A good way to figure that out is to reflect on your past situations. When you're going through a tough time, a rough phase in your life, was your partner there with you emotionally? Did you feel their presence? Did they provide that emotional support that you needed at that time? And if the answer is no to all these questions, then you have to reconsider it. Because as I said, what is love without emotions? At last, are they willing to commit? Because where there is love, there is commitment. Ask yourself, if your partner keeps running away from commitment, so if your partner keeps running away from commitment or the conversation about commitment, then there are chances that they are not on the same page as yours. But you have to make sure that you are not asking for commitment in just few days or few weeks. Sometimes it takes more time because commitment requires acceptance of each other. And it takes time to build, to get to know each other completely, where you can decide consciously that yes, I want to choose you and not out of fear or insecurity. At last, if you witness these signs in your relationship, in your partner, do something about it. I know it's painful to think about breaking up with someone, but the longer you drag, more painful it will get. Everyone deserves love. You deserve love. So make sure that you make space, that you create space for love to enter in your life. If you like this video, if you learn something from this video, please make sure that you like, you share and that you subscribe the channel. I'll see you next time. Farewell.